I'm Janet Contreras, and I want to be your Congresswoman in Arizona's 4th District because I want to bridge the disconnect between we the people and our federal government. I married a man who migrated legally from Mexico, and together we raised 5 children. We worked for years on the auto assembly line at General Motors until starting a business. Transforming from employee to employer, we lived the American dream. We promised it to our children. It wasn't an empty promise. We believed it to be within their reach. Today, that promise hangs in the balance, threatened by the near 10% unemployment rate, the $1.5 trillion annual deficit, and a $13 trillion national debt. And now, capitalism is being destroyed by a government that thinks it can put the country deep into debt in order to expand government jobs at a cost of some $50 million per job. I'm angry that a wasteful special interest $1 trillion spending bill failed to kickstart the economy when the American people knew instinctively it would fail. We told them no, but they didn't listen. While businesses continue to show no sign of recovery, enormous debts have been incurred to grow the size of government, prop up union pension plans, and bail out state governments, only to delay the inevitable budget cuts and necessary restructuring. I support spending cuts and oppose future bailouts. I'm irate about the government takeover and destruction of the best health care system in the world and its $500 billion 10-year price tag promised to be deficit neutral when common sense dictated it could not possibly be. I'm angry about the process by which it got pushed through Congress with bribes, threats, lies, and ignoring the voices and will of the American people. I'll vote to stop Obamacare by any means available. I'm disgusted by the bitter battle being waged against Arizona. I'm outraged by Washington's refusal to enforce our immigration laws, showing that this Washington will side with foreign invaders against American citizens. By refusing to honor its first and most important responsibility, our nation's security, our porous borders leave all of us vulnerable. I support legal immigration, securing our borders, and enforcing immigration laws. I'm incensed about cap and trade, disguised as Save the Planet, feel-good legislation, which by design will continue to destroy our economy, quadruple our energy costs, and redistribute our wealth and our jobs to other nations. I'm enraged by the moratorium on offshore drilling, further devastating the already hard-hit economy, while guaranteeing a billion-dollar loan to Mexico to bolster their oil drilling in the same region. I oppose cap and trade and will fight for energy independence. Restoring and preserving the free market provides a means of climbing the ladder out of the lower and middle class into the upper class in much the same way it worked for my family rising out of the auto plant and into business ownership. The redistribution of wealth, on the other hand, chops up the ladder and strands 90% of the population on the ground floor, while the upper elite toss down food and basic necessities to them, and what's left of the tiny middle class exists solely to manage the lives of everyone on the ground floor, convince them to give up their salt shakers, take training courses for jobs that don't exist, and navigate them through the complex administration of the entitlement system. I sincerely believe that the current direction of the policies being made in Washington has been and will continue to be destructive. It must be reversed. The current leadership has no intention of reversing its destructive policies. They must, therefore, be replaced with responsible citizens who will. Your choice this November is going to come down to a simple matter of whether you want to make choices for your own life and preserve free will for our posterity, or if you want to have a gigantic government that makes your choices for you and limits all future opportunities. I believe in the principles of individual freedom and personal responsibility. On these rest every good public policy. They are the basis of the American spirit. They are the basis of a free America of exceptionalism and prosperity. I need your overwhelming support on November 2nd to stop this destructive agenda. A vote for Janet Contreras is a vote to restore honor to government and honesty to public service. America is counting on you to choose wisely. Thank you.